What's up guys, it's your boy Rich. So let's go check out the Zeitgeist Automatik. It's Germany's award-winning watch from 2020. Let's go. And here is Germany's design watch of the year for 2020. And it's in 42.5 millimeters. And it's just 10 millimeters tall. So in addition to it winning that title, there are a few nice standout features to the watch, which I'm sure contributed to it being Germany's design watch of the year. So starting with the titanium case, this is done in an entirely sandblasted titanium case right there. And this is what they call a minimalist watch. So Lilienthal Berlin is based out of Berlin, Germany, but they do have a customer service base in the US in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is where this watch was shipped out from. So if we're wondering about customer service, if we live in the US, they have actually a really good customer service support in Pittsburgh, and they've been very helpful in communicating with me since I've received a watch. The sandblasted titanium meteorite version only became available in the US recently. I think within the last week or two. Previously, it was only sold in Europe and Germany. So going back to the watch here, it's what they call minimalist look. And I know some people joke and say a minimalist watch is just a watch where the watch designer ran out of ideas on the dial and they just slap on that title. Well, that's just a silly argument because it actually takes a lot of work to do minimalism done right. And I think Lilienthal Berlin did a really nice job at capturing a very authentic minimalist look here. Really well done. I really like those. You can see that the meteorite striations in the center portion of the dial. I think they did just the right amount there. Really well done. I really like this gray, medium to dark gray looking watch because it's a nice alternative to our black DLC watches. And it looks really great in jeans and a t-shirt. Typically I wear gray or black t-shirt and it just stands out really nicely against it. So we're speaking of the minimalism. I think everything is tastefully done. We can see where it's 12 o'clock there is the B for Lilienthal Berlin. And then at 9 o'clock, it says Zeitgeist. And then at 3 o'clock, it says Automatik. So really well done. And then made in Germany at 6 o'clock. So again, tastefully done. Just the proper amount of restraint with their brandings and the logo there. So again, very tastefully done. Part of that minimalist look also includes the crown. We can see this is a concealed crown. It doesn't stick out the way that we are used to with our typical crowns that stand out, because this is really concealed. But on the back of the crown, there is this little crevice, a little cut out section there to make it easier for us to put our fingernail in and pull the crown out. So not an issue at all, really well thought out. And if we want to wind the crown, we just take our finger and roll it against the crown and wind the watch until it's fully wound. So again, well thought out and a very clean looking watch. I quite like it a lot. So while the case is done in entirely sandblasted titanium, the mesh bracelet is done in 316L, and it's a very woven bracelet, really comfortable, really well done. I don't think all mesh bracelets are created equally, and I think Lilienthal Berlin's did a really great job with the steel woven bracelet right here. I think it's a nice contrast to the titanium, and it's still fairly light, a lot lighter than a steel watch, even though it has the woven bracelet. Feels very comfortable, very nice in the hand. So if we open the clasp, we're going to reveal the movement because I was very interested in this movement, and I want to talk about this movement. There's their open case back, and there's their custom rotor. This is their Ronda R150 automatic movement, and it's an interesting proposition because when we think of Ronda, we think of a quartz movement, right? We don't typically think of Ronda with an automatic movement, but this is it, and we get 40 hours of power reserve. So it's a really nice option to the ETA 2824 or the Salida 200, which I think a lot of us are quite familiar with. It is a little peculiar in the Ronda R150 movement, and what I mean by that is we get 40 hours of power reserve. However, even if it's fully wound and we rest it on our desk, I got about 31 hours of power reserve. It's when we wear it on our wrist that we actually get the full 40 hours of power reserve, and that is what I've been getting on my wrist. And according to Lilienthal Berlin, that is common on the first day to wear the watch fully wound on the wrist to get that 40 hours of power reserve. It's just a little bit different from what I'm used to with automatic movement. If the watch is 40 hours of power reserve, sometimes I'll just wind it, leave it on a desk, and know that I can expect to get that full power reserve. But it just takes a little bit getting used to knowing that you have to actually wear it on your wrist to get that power reserve, or at least on the first day. I'm still figuring that out. But after the first day, I'm not quite there yet to see how many more hours I've been getting. But I can tell you that on the first day, if you don't wear it on the wrist, you can expect about 30 hours of power reserve. Not a horrible thing, not a bad thing. It's just an interesting thing that is worth noting and has been my experience. But in terms of accuracy, it's been doing just fine. I've been getting plus 6 to 7 seconds a day regarding accuracy. So that is just outside the COSC standards, which is minus 4 seconds a day to plus 6 seconds a day. So I can't really argue with the accuracy on there, but again, it's just worth noting. It is also a limited edition piece to 999 pieces. And I believe at the time of filming this video, on their website, they are about 30% sold out. So if we're interested in this meteorite version with the sandblasted titanium, that's the status of where they are on the 999 pieces. I believe mine is number 251 out of 999. The retail price on this Zeitgeist Automatic meteorite version is about $1,300, but they are also having a sale where this is now $909. And if that's still a little outside your budget and you still like this look, well, you know that you can get the steel version exact look without the meteorite, of course, for under $400 on sale. So it's exact same look, and those watches use the Sellita 200 automatic movement. So some of us are going to be a lot more familiar with the Sellita movement. For under $400 for that steel version, I think really offers us a really great variety in terms of watches. So if we like that look and we want Germany's design of the year for 2020 and still a well-known automatic like the 200, then we can get the steel version with the exact same look. If we're looking for that nice gray look or that alternative to our black DLC watches, then I think this meteorite version in sandblasted titanium is going to be a really great option for us. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you the next time.